Hey guys, I'm really excited to deliver this news. CrossFit Westgate and Adventurefit Travel are teaming up. And we're teaming up to organize a gym trip overseas next year. All right, we have 3 awesome destinations to choose from. So what we want to find out is where you'd be interested in going, and then we can deliver the itinerary and stuff like that. But a little bit more on that later. So what is Adventurefit Travel? So Adventurefit Travel is a company that's run by a friend of mine here in Melbourne, and it basically organizes trips overseas to awesome destinations, but it's all fitness based and it's all exercise based, so it's a little bit of a holiday with a difference. Now I myself have had the pleasure of going on one of these trips, and actually the very first Adventurefit Travel trip that was ever organized, and it was to New Zealand. We went for 14 days and it was awesome. It was jam-packed with activities. We done stuff like caving in the Waitomo Caves, so submerged underwater, like we're climbing up waterfalls in these caves. You had helmets on, we had wetsuits on. It was absolutely brilliant. Then we went to the Franz Josef Glacier, and we were doing kind of like ice pick climbing. We were lowered down into crevasses between ice sheets, and we had to climb our way back out, and that was, we got there by helicopter. Fucking brilliant. Then we done the Alpine Crossing, the Tongarewa Alpine Crossing, and that's where Mordor was shot in Lord of the Rings. So that was a 21 kilometer hike right up this volcanic mountain. We had our lunch at the very top, and then we walked the whole way back down the other side, and it was just amazing, just a great day out. And we also went skydiving and bungee jumping in Queenstown, and that's where we finished up our trip, and it was just full of great activities. We stayed in some of the best accommodation. There was no expense spared, so all we had to do was book our flights and bring some extra money for like spending on extra food and drinking that night and stuff like that. But the cost of the trip included all the activities you were going to do, all your accommodation, and it was amazing. It was just, and the best thing about it is because we're all CrossFitters that went on the trip, we got to do the best activities in each spot. Like some of the activities that you may, if you were with other groups that mightn't be quite up to the physical level, we got to do those things. So it was amazing, and because of that, it just made the holiday so much better. Every single night we were going to bed wrecked, but it was brilliant. It was quite the experience. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about the 3 destinations that we have picked to maybe travel to next year. Now the idea is over the next 2 weeks, I want you to fill out these forms that I have left on the table here, just as an expression of interest. If you had your choice, where would you like to travel to with CrossFit Westgate? Okay, so the first destination that we have picked is Bali. All right, and when we go to Bali, you're going to learn, you get surfing lessons. We're going to go whitewater rafting. You're going to do snorkeling and diving in one of the Gili Islands, a stand-up paddleboarding, and a bit of yoga on the beach. So that's destination number 1. The cost of this will be $2,699. Second destination is Thailand. In Thailand, you can expect to go rock climbing, scuba diving, do Muay Thai lessons, do some cliff jumping, and again, lots of training and yoga throughout that trip as well. And our the price for Thailand, $2,799, so $100 more expensive. And our final destination, which to me, I'm kind of like edging this one, Mexico. So in Mexico, you're going to explore Chichen Itza, one of those temples. You're going to go explore some Mayan beach ruins. You're going to do stand-up paddleboarding. There's going to be loads of lagoon stand-up paddleboarding. There's going to be loads of hiking, also workouts throughout the trip, and yoga, of course. Plenty of yoga throughout the whole holiday. This trip costs $3,299. So there are your 3 destinations. You have Bali, Thailand, Mexico. All right, so as I've said, this is just an expression of interest. If you would be keen to do one of these trips, an absolute, like, you know, what if money was no object, I would like you to sign your name on the trip that you would prefer to do. Once we get an idea of where people would like to go, then we'll establish the itinerary, and then we'll put it back to you. And then once we have that put back to you, you can decide after if it's something that you'd like to jump on board with. Guys, this is going to be exciting. This is something that Jim has never done before, a full-on overseas trip. I can't wait, and I hope you can't either. So giddy up. The sheets will be left out on the table just over here, or for the next 2 weeks. So sign your name, put your name on it. Remember, there's no commitment yet, so put your name on your absolute dream trip. Giddy up!